Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Woodward, and this is my Arts and Education cardboard robot project. So I chose the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art to focus on my project. I chose to explore the SFMOMA to see what they had to offer for students to partake in online. The San Francisco Museum of Modern Art offers so many amazing activities and projects for students to explore and do, as well as many art projects and lessons for educators to bring into the classroom. And there is a link provided specifically for this project. These projects that I found explore hundreds of different artists and different art mediums for students to participate in that include drawing, painting, music, sculpting, exploring, etc., that all correlate with a famous artist's piece or process in how they created their art. I chose to do an online option for this project specifically because I think it's important for future educators to be aware of online resources for students to explore and participate in even when they are not within the classroom. It gives them an outlet to explore different artists and projects that they could in turn do at home or become more passionate about art. And also it gives them the opportunity to look at museums and different areas that they may not be able to explore anytime soon. So this is specifically what I'll be focusing on. They're robot pieces from Non-June Pack's Untitled Backlit Robot. So these are some of the pieces that he has created. Features of the topic, the program goals is to give students the opportunity to have a hands-on experience with sculpting as well as to tap into their creativity. The discipline is visual arts, specifically sculpture. The grade levels are fourth grade and above because there are a lot of tools to use within this project that are usually geared towards older students. But for this presentation, I will specifically be focused on fourth grade. Continuation, this specific project doesn't have any other further options, but the website does provide other projects for students to partake in through this link below. So student involvement, the entire class will be given the lesson on how to prepare for the project, as well as background knowledge of who the artist is with some assessment questions, such as what do you think about his art? What do you think about the robot? Has anybody sculpted anything, etc. And then the project is done by itself, so it will be an individual project and presented in front of the class for each student to explain their robot further. Teacher involvement. You are going to prepare the students with the information from the website as well as giving them the assessment questions in regard to the artist's background and pieces. And then prepare them with the steps on how to execute the project as a whole. This could be given with a visual presentation. This could be given verbally. This could be given with a handout, etc. And then we're going to do some follow-up questions after the presentation. So specifically, I would gear students to ask questions after their fellow classmate presents, as well as giving them an assessment on what they thought about the artist and what they thought about doing this project. So the content standards are fourth grade standards, visual arts. We have 4VA CR2. One is to explore and invent art making techniques and approaches. So students will be using their hands a lot during this project. So it will give them the opportunity to kind of explore and create their robot. And then the second one is going to be brainstorm individual and collaborative approaches to create art or design problem. So before actually creating their robot with the cardboard, I want them to kind of map out what they're going to do and what mediums they would like to use. If they're going to like paint on the robot, they need to kind of have like a game plan for what they're going to do. And then the third one is when making works of art, utilize and care for materials, tools, and equipment in a manner that prevents danger to oneself and others. Again, this project does use a lot of materials. So I think teaching the students that it is important to use whatever they are using with care can really just create a whole organization for the students to kind of follow through with. And then learning and accessibility. This project ties in visual arts and technology. Since students are given the opportunity to use a lot more technology within the classroom, they are given the opportunity to create their own piece of technology through the robot. And I think that the project really embraces the hands-on experience when it comes to sculpting. I think it also taps into students' critical thinking skills. When they're putting together the pieces of the robot, they really need to ensure that they are creating what a robot looks like to them, as well as kind of going off what the artist has created. And I think that also it's really important that they're able to differentiate the tools that they're using when it comes to art tools. And then accessibility, any students with disabilities will either have assistance from me, an aide, or other students if they are capable to actually physically build one with their hands. If they are not able to use their hands, I would recommend maybe creating your own robot so a student can visually see it, or if they're not able to utilize their hands completely, maybe they can feel it. But definitely like the visual setting I would recommend for this project. And then the reflection. So the program value and future use, I would definitely use this within my classroom because it gives the opportunity to give students like a fun, interactive activity when it comes to art. I think that really just tapping into a student's creativity is very crucial and important. So I think that it would be a great opportunity to do just that. Benefits, it gives students a hands-on experience because many students maybe don't get to sculpt. And I think that really using their hands is a great way into kind of further teaching their art skills and getting them just more involved. And again, using their creativity is crucial. Improvements, I think that this project would be better as a group setting rather than an individual project. It would give students the opportunity to collaborate and utilize each student's creativity, as well as making it easier to like physically assemble the robot. Also, as an educator, it is something to think about before doing in terms of being able to gather the resources for students. So cardboard boxes, so on and so forth, need to be collected for this project. So just keeping that under consideration and having the class time to facilitate the project as a whole. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys are able to utilize this project and explore more of what the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art has to offer.